Eric, let's turn to everybody's favorite topic of this year, AI. We are in the market that is NVIDIA or bust right now. You've been covering NVIDIA for over a decade and AI, broadly speaking, for about as long. I would love to talk about the AI Moonshot stock on your radar that's got 10x return potential.
Yeah, Austin, the number one question that I get from investors talking about AI is give me a stock that's not NVIDIA, right? Everyone's talking about NVIDIA, and you've got other chip companies. You've got AMD as an option, Broadcom's becoming a very popular name. But one area that's harder to nail down is the software side, right? Because you look back at past winners in technology, and they always had kind of software component to them. There's Microsoft, there's Amazon with their e-commerce platform. There's Apple with iOS, there's Facebook or Meta. So we've been trained to look for big winner take all kind of companies. But you look at AI and a lot of these large technology companies, they have their initiatives, but AI is just a portion of what they do. They're not exactly a pure play or smaller. And in addition to that, a lot of the companies building the foundational models for AI, companies like OpenAI or Anthropic, they're private companies that investors can't really invest in a clear way. So I want to focus today on Palantir. This is a company that people have probably long known as an AI play in the sense that they make intelligence software that's radically different than their competitors. It's long been a favorite in Silicon Valley because people saw how revolutionary their products were, but their customers have long been like the Department of Defense. Their biggest customer is the military. So the problem with that is there's no simple way to say what their customers would get from their products. That is, when you're selling software, you want a really clear, unique selling proposition. So here's what's exciting about that. They have a new product named AIP, which is collecting all types of data and building frameworks around it, which foundationally trains with training these big LLMs. And a lot of private companies in the S&P 500, they want to create their own LLMs. They want to do it with data security so that these big companies aren't getting all their data, but it's not clear how to get started. What's going on now is Palantir potentially has the solution to this. Their commercial sales, which have historically lagged, were up 70% last quarter in the US. And the US is the market at the leading edge of AI adoption. So that's probably a preview for where the rest of the world could go. So let's talk quickly about what investors are looking at with this company. They've got $2.2 billion in revenue. They're trading at more than 20 times sales. That's extremely expensive. And commercial sales, they're taking off of a low baseline. They're going to need to drive growth into the future. So that's the downside. It's expensive. The upside is, once again, if you're an investor who's been looking at chips and you're looking for a software pure play that could be a platform in AI, I think Palantir's one of the best stories out there. I think investors really need to look more into this because it has that high upside potential.